Hi, my name is Chris, and this is Team Effervescent Enoki to show a demo of our Project Catwalk app. First up will be Andy.
All right, hi everyone, let me share my screen. Just a side note, I have dark mode on, so don't be shocked when you see a difference in colors when my teammates share their sides. So I was in charge of the product overview section. And so we have over here the products, information, and the different styles of that product. We have add to cart feature. And then over on the left side, we have the main image container, which displays the product and its current style, along with what photo is inside that style set. So if we click around, we can change photos by clicking on the photos themselves, or just clicking on the arrows. The different photos are highlighted. The left and right work just the same as the up and down arrows. We can change different styles, and we get a whole new set of photos to choose from. And then notice that when I change styles, I'm on photo 3 right now. We stay on photo 3. So the current index of what photo we're on is saved. We also have this add to cart feature over here, where you are prompted to select the size and then how many of that shirt you want. So if we don't select any options, we're prompted to do so. Please choose quantity. I'll choose quantity. Then I click add to cart. It'll give us a message that was add to cart, and then also give us all the current items in the cart. So one of the challenges I had was to ensure that only 7 photos in the style set photos was shown at a time. And the amount of photos in a style set could range from none to above 7. So the way I overcame, or I handled this this feature, was I ended up making 3 indexes. So 2 of the indexes were boundary indexes, the length of 7 items between them. And then I had a current photo index. So whenever that current photo index ever reached one of the boundary indexes, I would re-render the photo set accordingly. So essentially those outer boundary indexes were kind of like a window that had a specific length of 7 into the total set of photos. Another challenge that I tackled was improving the loading performance of our website. And so I managed to integrate broadly compression into our Webpack. And so, so if I do a hot reload right here, you can see our network tab where the main JS and vendor JS are the bundles that their Webpack bundle is producing. And they have a total size of about 100 kilobytes, and they're being displayed within 17 milliseconds. Prior to compression, the total bundle size was somewhere around 650 kilobytes, and the time to render was around 4 seconds. So we saw a magnitude of difference after the compression. And to handle the compression, one of the challenges was we couldn't just serve all our files through express.static anymore. We had to make specific endpoints to serve first HTML. Then once the HTML is served, it'll make a GET request call for the rest of the bundles. And that's all in terms of my component. Hand it off to Chris.
Great, nice job, Andy. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen here. And I was tasked with the related products widget. Basically what it does is shows a list of related products based on the main product in the product overview. And these little cards have quite a bit of functionality. You can see that if you hover over the card, you have various thumbnails that pop up, and you can click on the individual thumbnails. It gives a description of the product, the price, and then also a star rating. Another thing I thought was cool about the related products is that if you click on this action button here, you can see a comparison modal that shows the different features and compares them against the main product. And then clicking on the related product, it will now become the main product and have its own list of related products that you can either scroll through. And then we also added accessibility features to use the wheel to scroll left and right through the various related products. So let me talk about some of the challenges that we faced, or I faced really, was collecting the data from the API. It was easy to do for my own particular widget, but as we started integrating our widgets into the page, we noticed that we were making multiple API requests for the same data. So we optimized this by making one API call and then passing down the data to the various widgets that were using that data. Made it more performant, and it reduced the calls to the API. Some of the front-end challenges I faced was the fact that each of these individual cards has multiple event handlers going on. So there's a wheel event handle, there's an animate, click events going on. So I had to use a way of stopping propagation to make sure that the actual thing that you were clicking on was the actual thing that got the event. And lastly, in terms of performance, we use several libraries, and in particular jQuery library for this, which was a pretty big package to use. And so a way to optimize that was to use code splitting. And what that does is reduce our bundle size into a vendor's JavaScript file and a main JavaScript file, which actually makes the page load faster because it's not requiring all of our JavaScript in one load. So that's basically my section, and I'll pass it off to Ron to talk about ratings and reviews.
All right, thank you, Chris. I was working on the rating and review section, and then the basic function of my section is like review. We pull down the review list from the API and then show it in the screen. And then on the bottom, I'm able to write a review and post it to the API. So on the left side, we get the rating score here for the average for the product. And we got different star here to filter the review based on the star. You got 5 star here. We got 1 star, 3 star, and then once I hit clear, it just, okay, it filter only 2 star. And then once I hit clear, and then it just render the whole list back. And then on the bottom is the characteristic of the product. So it's based on the product review. So on the left side and right side, it comes from the different APIs. So one of my challenge in this section is trying to keep the data consistent, because when I click the yes or report, and then the content of the review will change. And then I have to re-render the whole review list to generate in this page. The same thing is the order, the solving order. I hit help for, and then based on the order, it would generate the list based on the order. So I use the React hooks to keep everything in the same up to date. And then another challenge I have is was writing the test for the axial. So let me see the report here. So right now the coverage report is like 83%. At the beginning, the coverage report was like 30% because I didn't test all the axial. I wasn't able to test the axial, so I have to learn it and go to Google Doc, based on the Google Doc, and do the do the React testing library, and then trying to figure out how to write the test for the axial. But after I figure out, it bring the coverage back to like 83% for the group. So that is my presentation. Yeah. Back to Chris.
All right, thank you, Ron. That has been Project Catwalk. I hope you enjoy. Bye-bye.